Hi, my name is Hannah Griebling, and I'm a PhD student at the University of British Columbia, and I'm excited to share my work with you on exploration-exploitation trade-offs in problem solving in captive raccoons. Foragers who explore various resource patches may obtain information that will improve future foraging performance in heterogeneous environments. But the learning and information gathering that occurs when exploring new patches can come at the cost of exploiting known reliable resources. And this exploration-exploitation trade-off has not yet been considered in a problem-solving context. So, for example, if a raccoon in a complex environment like a city chooses to innovate a solution to a novel problem, like opening this locked garbage can, it may gain a higher value reward at the cost of the reliable resources provided by an unlocked can. But they gain the knowledge of opening a locked can, thereby potentially unlocking access to more resources in the future. So the propensity of an animal to explore and innovate solutions to novel problems in order to use new resources may have adaptive value in rapidly changing urban habitats. In order to study this in raccoons, we adapted traditional studies of innovation using a multi-solution puzzle box. Typically, studies of repeated innovation involve presenting a multi-solution puzzle box, and once a solution has been solved, that solution is locked and unable to be accessed, thereby forcing the animals to innovate a new solution to the box. Here, we instead asked whether raccoons would explore and innovate novel solutions on the puzzle box while known or previously solved solutions were still available. And we predicted that due to evidence of repeated innovation in raccoons, combined with their success in urban habitats, that the raccoons would explore and repeatedly innovate in this manner. We also wanted to know whether raccoons would exploit a single solution as solution difficulty increased. And we predicted that because of an exploration-exploitation trade-off, raccoons would be more likely to open multiple solutions on a puzzle box when the solutions were easy, since there's a lower time and effort cost to solving these problems compared to the hard solutions. To test this, we presented 16 captive raccoons with a multi-solution puzzle box, and they were allowed to explore and solve 3 easy, 3 medium, and 3 hard solutions. The easy solutions seen here on the left included a simple door, a slide latch, and a pull-down window. The medium solutions were a hasp, a hook and eye latch, and a push-up window. And the hard solutions included a draw-catch latch, an unlocked lock placed in the hasp, and a turn knob. Each individual animal had 5 15 to 20 minute long trials each night for 10 nights for 50 total trials. We only gave 1 food reward in each trial, but the raccoons were allowed to explore and solve multiple solutions on the box for the entirety of the trial, even after they successfully reached the food reward. They had to meet the learning criteria of solving 1 solution 15 times before moving to the next difficulty level, and we have 14 raccoons participate in all 50 trials. 1 was excluded for not participating, and 1 was excluded for damaging the puzzle box. Since the difficulty levels were set prior to the experiment, we first wanted to see if the hard solutions were actually more difficult to solve. And for all analyses, we used general or generalized linear mixed effects models and AICC model selection. Here we detected a significant interaction between trial number, seen on the x-axis, and difficulty level. Our response variable was the latency to solve the first solution each animal solved in each trial, and we chose the first solution here because this is the only solution that would give the animal a food reward. So motivation to solve this first solution should be relatively even across difficulty levels. And as you can see, the blue line here is the latency to solve the first hard solution, which is quite a bit above the easy and medium solutions. But as expected, there is evidence that they were learning to solve these solutions by decreasing their latency to solve as trials go on. Now to answer our main question of whether raccoons would innovate while known solutions were available on the puzzle box. And the answer is a definitive yes. 13 of the 14 raccoons who participated in the trials opened multiple solutions within single trials with the box, regardless of difficulty level. We just had 1 individual who only opened 1 medium solution, but that same individual opened multiple easy and hard solutions. I'll also note here that no animals opened the push-up window solution at the medium difficulty, even though we know it's been solved by raccoons in the past in Daniels et al. Surprisingly, the raccoons were actually opening multiple solutions on the box within single trials, even after they received that single food reward in each trial. Now to look at exploration-exploitation trade-offs. Here, the top model had significant effects of trial number and difficulty level. On the x-axis is trial number, and on the y-axis is total number of solutions solved in each trial. These lines are the predictive values and 95% confidence intervals from the top mix model. And the predictive value of total number of solutions solved for the easy solutions never goes below 1.5 or greater than 1 solution solved across all trials, versus the hard solutions that dip below 1.5 at about trial 5 or 6, with the medium solutions falling in the middle of the two. So this provides evidence of a higher probability of exploration at the easy solution difficulty and a higher probability of exploitation at the hard solution difficulty. Zooming into each difficulty level, here we use binomial mix models to see if the raccoons had a preferred solution within each level. And within the easy solutions, the door, which is this top line, was a very popular choice, but the others were also all solved. Within the medium solutions, I'll reiterate that the push-up window was never solved, but the hasp and hook and eye were both solved repeatedly. And within the hard solutions, there's a clear switch here between the lock and the draw catch latch. So we can see that there's specialization or exploitation of one solution occurring at all difficulty levels over time, but this seems to be happening faster and more dramatically at the hard solutions, which aligns with an exploration-exploitation trade-off since there's a larger cost of time and effort to solve these more difficult solutions. So in conclusion, we propose the use of this novel cognitive paradigm in order to investigate exploratory problem solving and repeated innovation. We found that raccoons, a species that's highly successful in cities, will engage in repeated innovation without being forced to innovate by locking solutions on a multi-solution box. They'll actually even continue to innovate after they have received the food reward and can see, smell, and feel with their forepaws that no other food reward is present in the box. The rates of innovation correspond with our predicted exploration-exploitation trade-off, where innovation occurs most often when the challenge requires less time and energy to solve. These results may have implications for the cognitive and behavioral traits of nuisance species and other urban adapted species. But since our study was performed in captivity in order to validate this novel paradigm, studies applying this paradigm in the wild will be necessary to determine whether this cognitive trait is indeed adaptive for raccoons and urban habitats. And this paradigm could be expanded for use in comparative studies in order to evaluate how unique these traits of exploration, novelty seeking, and even curiosity are to raccoons. And I'd like to thank the staff and students who made this work possible, as well as my funding sources. Thank you.